Good morning, good afternoon, and evening. Uh, I'm currently on cash. So in February, I've gained little or no tractions on the because I mainly focus on the short side, but the market proves me wrong. It doesn't want to go lower, and then yesterday gaps up and then closed pretty strong. Actually, I tried some long yesterday, like ONDS, but it felt late day, so this stops me out. But I still think the current the fight or the strength of the market is broadening, especially yesterday, because my potent scan says lots of stocks showing up yesterday, 376. A lot of them are up more than 10%. Definitely SMTK doesn't want to go down, at least for now. So Q could be the EPs that I'm going to watch. But because I don't have much traction and progress, and so I don't think I will be aggressive on the entries today. Hopefully there will be a day or two for the consolidation above the EMAs for the market. And Nvidia is turning red, but it's pulling back into the previous highs around 194-ish. And then I optimized this main watch list. There's several categories, so I only have the focus list that I'm trying to find an entry for that trading day, and the longs represent the longs that I'm holding, and the shorts is the shorts. I think it will be for easier understanding. So let's see how the market uh would bring me to. I still think we are not yet fully out from the chop environment. And I don't like ONDS rejecting from the 9 EMA on the weekly again, and also the daily EMAs. Weekly chart of Redcat. Redcat is another one that I tried yesterday, but it also stops me out. The weekly is looking fine, but now it's gapping down. So want the market to confirm that to show some strength on the 50 EMA level. GME does an inside day breakout. I think it's on the swing high and Goofy web. One more day for the consolidation would be the best for the long side. Always ready for the short side, actually. But now I'm like just looking more promising on the long side, as well as given the other price actions from the semis names. So really need to be open-minded. EMPX is pulling back into non-EMA. Almost, I think it's gonna take out the lows of the breakout day on Tuesday. I don't think it could be a possible short if the market pulls back today. It's bouncing into the 9 EMA on the weekly and also the previous swing low. Bought some SOLS on this breakout. Nvidia is now only 9 EMA. If it founds any bounce around here, I think it's I'll try to buy a pullback here. Let's see, can we get a bounce from here? The memory names here is pretty weak for today. I stopped out on the SOLS. I probably got stopped out on the Nvidia too. SNTK is still holding up compared to Seagate and Western Digital. ONDS is recovering. Power2 is still pushing to the 50 EMA. It's going to it's acting really interesting here. Nvidia is It's going lower. Don't know whether it will bounce back on the later half of the day. If this is happening in 2021, then it's 90% of the time it's probably going to go lower. But this is 2026. I'm going to say this, the chance is 50-50. Qs is going is losing the 9 EMA on the hourly chart. I don't like it. I'm thinking could the 9 EMA on the weekly be a resistance, and this is a like an overshoot. Personally, I don't quite like the weakness of the Seagate and Western Digital today. If we are talking about the long side, ONDS. UPTS also reported earnings today. Nvidia is at a pretty important level for this, and go FEB on this, where it found support against the resistance once and then I think twice. If you consider this two as the 21 EMA, I think this one would be the third time. And Q is rejecting pretty hard from the EP, from the gap up. It's gapping up more than 15%, I believe, and then now it's down 11%. ARM is rejecting at the 50 EMA on the weekly chart. And also 150 on the daily. And it is this a possible turning point on the weekly chart? FEB is bouncing pretty hard. Now it's above the 9 EMA. And if today it closes strong, it will be the second day close above the 50 EMA. Circle is at the 21 EMA now. Probably needs a pause. I'm not feeling that good for the price action of today. Right now it's giving me a feeling for a trap, of a bull trap setting up yesterday. But I don't know, they are still above the EMAs, and one of the most important stocks right now is SNDK. If it keeps setting up above the 9 EMA, then it's not that yet. Probably would even go up for another 30, 40, or even 100% move. Right now, I think too many people are talking about it. It's feeling like Palantir, like some people are loving it and some people are hating it. But the fact is going up 1500% from the past few months, and now it's setting up a high flag and above the 9 EMA. Still pretty strong on the daily chart. For SNDK, I don't think it's going to make a huge move today. It's still very choppy. You see the intraday range is still pretty wide. It's going to pick a direction, but I think it's better to wait. So Red Cat and ONDS is reclaiming the EMAs, opening red and found supports. The ROI is gapping down 40% after earnings. HYM is on the 150 EMA on the daily, 21 EMA on the weekly. If I'm trying to, I'm not going to long here. Then the better entry would be waiting for the 9 and 21 to catch up a bit, hopefully, or build an inside wick above the 9, or preferably above the 21. If trying to base below the 21 or even below the 9, then it could even be a bearish case. It could even be a short. Damn, names are so pulling back today. Pretty hard one. I don't quite like that. The action on the semis sector. Looks like tries to push higher from this cup with handle, a really small cup with handle pattern, but a strong rejection and a sell-off from the highs. So actually there's a pretty strong rejection around this 360s level, when each time it tries to take out the prior high, there are some strong selling. And today's the Qs is looking, this Q is looking very, very ugly. But ONDS, like the small caps are doing fine. But I think that's probably it. Yeah, free pushes. I don't know. Is this the fake outs on the Qs? It's really tricky because the EMAs are still trending lower. The 9 is still under the 21. And the weekly is still under the 9 EMA. I'm going to short some RNQ as I planned on the 9 EMA. Oh, sorry, 50 EMA. I don't know. Today's feeling is the market is being a little bit eerish. ONDS is rejecting hard. Oh, please tell me that there are some more opportunities on a memory names if it's going lower. Oh no. I think SNTK, if it is a intraday bounce, I'm maybe will consider it. Oh, come on. I tried 7 times on the shorts. Please, and this time I'm not in it. A lot of people on Twitter kinda like they think if you're in if you're in a trade that getting stopped out for several times, then you just get away. I kind of agree. That's probably true, but the first one is the time span is not. I keep getting stopped out on the same day or just 1 to 2 days. I tried it for probably since 4th of December. So it's more than 3 weeks. It's actually not that frequent. And then I think more than half of it are actually break even or small gains, because I actually understand shorting a stocks in an uptrend is quite dangerous. So I move my stop to break even more quicker than how I normally manage my trades. So actually it doesn't do a lot of harm to my equity curve. I think I'm still up on February, but really not much. Or maybe down a bit, but still there's really not much within, I think, 3 to 5%. But I really, really think the SNTK has a higher probability of going lower than going higher. But it looks like it's going to go lower without me again. This is the hardest part. This is the most unfortunate part. But still, it's too early to define the top for the semi moves. Please stop going lower. Now it's looking pretty ugly. It's under the anchor VWAP from the all-time high. Indeed, there are definitely some examples of some really, really insane moves that when the stocks keeps breaking out and make 2,000, the moves more than 2,000%. But it's definitely an outlier, and also I think it would be less likely to happen in a in this breadth, in this pretty narrow leadership market, and most of these speculative names are doing well, and I don't know. Ugh. Now it's going lower, and the market proves me wrong again. And just right after I said it, it's probably not going to find a direction to go within today, and then it goes lower by 5% in 30 minutes. Yeah, I was always looking at the Western Digital and Seagate. I'm probably will find an entry if it stays weak for today. Today's action gives me more confidence on the downside. Hopefully it closes above the 21, but not above the 9 EMA. So somewhere in between is really nice. And then yeah, tomorrow will be an optimal timing for the shorts. If tomorrow it opens higher or just somewhere near the 21 EMA, that would be nice. And SNDK just somewhere near the 9 EMA. Oh my god, it's looking so weak for today. I've always been too early, like especially for the shorts. I always do the shorts too early. Next time I should be more patient and holding myself back a bit. MU is breaking down. It's keeping higher lows and above the 9 EMA, trying to set up a bull flag, but it's a fake one. So it expands not on the upside, on the short side. Come on. If SNDK is going to bounce back into the 620, 22, 23 area, that would be nice. That would be nice. When Q doesn't want to go down, I think QBTS could be a 101. I don't know. This has been a bit extended to the downside. Today's volume is pretty huge on Qs. The largest volume since the Liberation Day low. That's quite unusual. Really interesting markets, I think. Would be a really good environment to hone your skills. The situational awareness, and the power of sitting out, manage your emotions, and prevent over trading, prevent FOMO. This is the market that really helps improving these mistakes, or like it is really punishing you. If you are in a strong uptrend or downtrend market, then sometimes the market will still reward you if you're over trading or just entering the random stocks at a random time. I really wonder if like an entry on SNDK. Is this the market has already been a bit extended on the downside. Yeah, I'm going to wait for it tomorrow. Please give me an opportunity. Or is it going to break down with this small little bear flag on a lower time frame? I'm going to like in the pulse it's telling me to trade in the urge. But OMDS and like the red cat is still holding up relatively strong compared to the general market for today. Earnings report on Rocket Lab. The satellite stocks has been a bit weak since early February. Planet Lab is the strongest one, but other than that, the others have been weak. And the metals is looking interesting too. I also have a bias on the short side on the metals, but I'm waiting for the right timing. Don't know whether it is correct or not, but a little bit similar to 1980s. After a sharp decline, and there's bounce back above the EMAs, and looks like it's trying to set up for another building a range here, trying to break out, and then goes back to the all-time high. If this is the like if we're trading in hindsight, in this case, probably the best entry would be the first retest on the 9 EMA, and then the retest on the 21 and the 9, and also this one on the 21. So but it could also possibly keeps going higher from here. I will be waiting for the close below the 9 EMA for both the gold and silver. Or SNTK is bouncing back. That is good. Me in 2021 or 2022 would possibly enter short right here, and then it got stopped out because not following the plan, and then enter at somewhere extended. Now it would be a little bit better spot to short. Yeah, I've changed my changed the naming of different sections in this main watch list a bit. So longs and shorts are representing the position that I'm holding. Focus is the names that are trying to find an entry for this trading day, and tracking just means tracking. Just the stocks that I wanted to observe its price actions and the relative strengths, etc. So IWM is bouncing pretty hot, bouncing back, and ONDS is not going down. That means we're still in a choppy market. But I'm looking forward into tomorrow. Nvidia is also on the anchor FEB on this swing high of this base, all-time high also. How I limit my drawdown? Actually, I don't know. I'm really bad at limiting my drawdown. I'm not qualified for limit my drawdowns. I think the best way is just trade smaller. This is the biggest improvement that I made in last year, that I didn't increase my sizing when I'm in a losing streak. And on the other hand, you should even reduce your sizing, and I think it really helps. I will still overtrade and then do some random trades. Oh yes, good up. I think that very good observation. That I really love to check whether the Qs is on certain level. Like for example, if I'm trying to short, I want to short when the Q is on a resistance. Maybe sometimes the intraday resistance, sometimes a daily or weekly resistance level. I'm trying to be in sync with the market as possible. So when the Q is on a resistance, and the individual stock is also at a resistance, and I believe it's increased the odds of the trade that's going to work. So thank you guys for coming, and I think probably not going to enter trades for the rest of the day, and I'll see you for the next one.